And literally February, he was serving tables. He left, no experience, came to work for us, sold over $1 million this year, no experience, no equipment, no clue what he was doing. And literally he's going to make six figures this year, 22 years old.
Welcome to the Blue Collar Boardroom. I'm Lee Haight, and I'm with my good friend Jeremy Broman, and I have an important message. If you're in the Atlanta market, there's an epidemic of people in this area living paycheck to paycheck, and, we're told a lot, man, and what we want to enlighten you on is the modern day gold rush is not a network marketing opportunity. We're not trying to sell you anything. This is about the contracting industry and how to apply sales and business growth principles to build an incredible life as a contracting sales pro. And Jeremy, I want to say welcome to the Blue Collar Boardroom. Really appreciate you joining me. And your story is incredibly inspiring. You've been on the streets, man. So tell them what it's like, to go from on the streets to a CEO of a multi-million-dollar organization.
Yeah, man. I appreciate being on the show as well. It's a great honor. But yeah, I mean, my life is it's been a crazy journey. I really shouldn't be here, and I was a delinquent in high school, drug addict, in and out of juvenile systems, etc. Had two young kids at a very young age. 22 years old, I just decided enough was enough, man, and decided to turn my life around, and I said no more, and just started working in the right direction, and did a lot of things, and it got me to where I am today, and we can kind of talk about some of those in detail.
Yeah, I mean, the most important thing is that our purpose is to be the best facilitator of success for blue collar entrepreneurs, and there's just people out there that. The suicide rate for young people in America is the second leading cause of death. And, Monday is the day that most people choose to do that. And that's a terrible statistic, but it shows to me that people are unhappy with their jobs. They're unhappy with their life. They're unhappy with the fact that the bills continue to raise. The debt continues to pile up. And, whether it was the college degree that's not worth the paper it's written on, or it's the corporate job that doesn't pay them enough money, they feel trapped. And so if you're watching this and you feel like you've been lied to, look, we're going to give you some things that you can do, some tactical ways that you can control your own destiny. And what we do is insurance restoration. And in the Atlanta market, it's roofs are everywhere. So talk to them a little bit about the storm damage sales opportunity.
Yeah, so I mean, again, kind of touching on what you just talked about. I mean, things out, represented with social media, like just there's a lot of bullshit out there, a lot of stuff that's just not real, and everybody's out there flexing, doing this, multi-million. Everybody's a multi-millionaire on social media. Everybody's happy. Everybody's got the hottest, significant other. It's all fun, no down. But the reality is, life is still life. And I think for a lot of young people, they're given the misrepresentation that life is supposed to be all good all the time. And when real life isn't happening like that, they start to get down on themselves. Like you said, suicide rates being at all-time high. I mean, Monday, the start of the week, being the worst day of the week. And, it shouldn't be like that. But the reality is like I do promise wealth, with what we do. Like there is the potential to make wealth, but it doesn't come instantly. It can come quickly, but it all boils down to what you are willing to do and how hard you're willing to work yourself.
Well, it takes two things. It takes a good attitude and a good work ethic, and that's it.
That's it.
And you had a 23-year-old kid, 23? Is Chandler 23?
My new guy that came in this year. Yeah, so was literally selling, no college degree. Had some trouble himself, was serving tables, and literally February he was serving tables. He left, no experience, came to work for us, sold over $1 million this year. No experience, no equipment, no clue what he was doing, and literally he's going to make six figures this year. 22 years old.
And so you're not just a one-man band. You have multiple contracting companies. You've built homes. You've done remodeling. You've learned from a lot of different things out there. And if you're watching this, tell you what, there's a secret. There's a secret to life. And a lot of the most successful people, they'll share with you their secret. And here's the truth. Everything in this world has been done before. And we're thousands of years in existence. And so, the best and easiest way to get success is to duplicate the success of others. Mm-hmm. And so, Jeremy's been very successful in flipping homes and investing in real estate, saving his money and building real wealth as an entrepreneur. But what we're trying to do here is we're looking for top performers. We're looking for people that, want to be that 6-figure plus earner. And what we sell is something that we call the ultimate pitch. We guarantee that our price will not be more than what the insurance company allows. We get the insurance companies to pay for full replacement of the roof. You would be offering free inspections in the neighborhood, free estimates. You don't do the roofs, you sell the roofs. And, there's large commissions involved in roofing.
Right.
And so if you've seen big trucks or you've seen guys out there that are living in big houses and they're roofing contractors, you wonder why. There's a lot of money in roofing, and what we want to do is we want to give you free training. So Jeremy is a part of our Sky Diamonds Elite, and he's got access to my training platform, Sky Diamonds University, which will teach you the entire business. And when somebody's interested in coming to learn, what do you do to guide them to success?
Yeah, and I mean, again, to kind of circle back what you're talking about, I mean, this industry and what we're doing with roofing and storm damage and everything else, I mean, in all of sales, it's literally the only product that you're selling that is basically free to the client. Like you're basically selling a free product, selling Comcast, cable, whatever, cars. I mean, none of this stuff, all this stuff is a huge expense to a client. And then the ability to sell this thing and then also offer financing and other things and ways to do this. I mean, it's literally a very easy product to sell. It's a benefit to the homeowner. It's a benefit to the neighborhood. It's a benefit to the community. And you're really bringing a value, you're not just upgrading and giving something somebody doesn't need. This is a need for somebody. And so it's really a win-win product.
I've seen teachers, I've seen coaches, I've seen people with no sales experience. I've seen, regardless of the race, regardless if you're a man, a woman, have success with this, value proposition that if we can get the insurance company to pay for your roof, then we guarantee we'll complete it for no more than what the insurance company allows. And so there's been lots of storms in the Atlanta market, and when you do one job, what happens is the neighbors pay attention. You get multiple jobs down the street, and that's why we call it America's most viral vertical market. And, we want to give you free access to training. This is not a network marketing opportunity. It's a family-owned business, and it's a small business. It's one of the fastest growing companies in the Atlanta market. And so, what differentiates your company over other business opportunities for someone that's interested in joining? What do you think you do that's different?
Well, I mean, there's no pyramid to what we do. I mean, pyramid scheme or a corporate scheme or corporate layout. I mean, yeah, there's a CEO, but everybody that comes in, there's no favorites. It's all based off production and performance and quality of standard. If you come in and you're willing to give it your best for a year, like I guarantee you're not going to have to worry about money ever again if you maintain that momentum. Even if you just want to make a comfortable living, you can put in a year and offer the referrals and just people that you've met. You could literally just continue to build off that without having to work that hard. But again, what we're offering is, we're going to get you in, we're going to get you online training, get you ready to go, and then get you out in the field. And we're going to turn you into a roofing master, roofing expert.
And more importantly, like you're one of these guys that's implementing these advanced marketing systems. You're creating leads with Facebook. You're creating leads with Google. You're giving your top performers opportunities to run set appointments, and, I think that that's incredible because it gives people the chance to not just always be a peddler or a cold caller.
Well, and even using drone technology, I mean, we're always looking at ways to be safer, easier, more efficient. How can we, help a salesperson sell at the maximum, help everybody, from an installer all the way across the board just to be their best, to be their most efficient and, focus on the one thing that they're supposed to be focusing on. And I think, just giving everybody the opportunity that comes in, but, everybody that comes in the door has the opportunity to be an owner one day, if that's what they want. So, the growth system, we're going to take this thing nationwide, location, state to state. And, anybody that really has big dreams and wants to get after something, that's tired of not being rewarded or being seen for the work that they put in, like this is the system that it does not lie. If you put in the work, you will be seen, you will be rewarded, and then you'll be invited into a culture that's amazing.
Now, you may be thinking that you need to climb a roof. You don't. You can use a drone. You may be thinking that you need to have a truck. You don't. You got fold-up ladders that can fit into cars. You may think that, you need to know a lot about roofs. Well, really, you're just selling free money, so you don't need to know a lot about roofing. All you really need is a good work ethic and a good attitude. That's it. And you have to be open-minded and willing to accept mentorship and to duplicate successful action. There's a lot of successful roofing companies, but, Jeremy's like quality of workmanship, his care about his people, the culture within his organization, and his investment in this modern sales system is what's going to be the best way for you to be successful in the industry. I know I've been doing this a really long time, and I've helped thousands of contractors, and Jeremy's one of the elite few that are out here making a difference, raising the status for all roofing contractors. And, a lot of people, there's a stigma associated with, becoming a contractor. We were talking about it before this, about people don't all want to become a contractor. And why do you think that is?
It's just, again, when I got into the industry, period, right? Like my first mission statement was to destroy the mantra that every contractor is shysty, does back work, rips people off. And I think, and the fortunate part is the reason there is that mantra out there, because there's a lot of people that are. But I named my company, my first company, after my kids. Everything that I do is about quality of standard. When you guys were doing research on me and we connected, one of the guys called me and said, we couldn't find any bad things on you or your company. I was like, you're right. Because that's the way we've been for over 12 years. And it's all about, things will happen in construction, Murphy's Law, but, we always go back and we always make it right. And again, bringing a cool mantra into construction, it's not all about being a low life, or lower. You couldn't succeed in school or you couldn't do this. I mean, construction, it's a trade. Somebody very successful in Atlanta told me a long time ago that if I was in Europe, I would be one of the highest respected people in the community, because trades are still respected in Europe. In America, the art of trade and the reality of like people respecting trade is gone, unless you go to school, unless you have a diploma, unless you have this doctor, attorneys, whatever. But the reality is we are the heartbeat and the life beat that keeps this country going.
Yeah, and I think there's a shift out there with people that are watching these shows on TV, Fix or Flip. They're watching Dirty Jobs. They're watching the crab ship workers, and they're like, man, I want a job there's an adrenaline rush where I get to work outside, where I get to fix big problems for big paychecks. Man, forget about this slavery of a corporate existence or working inside of a cubicle. Let me take a little risk. Let me get a little sun on my face and let me, have a bit of this blue collar American dream, which to me is about, being able to do what you want, when you want, with who you want it. And, to me, that's what really success is all about. And, money may not buy happiness, but it sure does make it a lot easier.
Right. And then to touch on that, I have the saying, money doesn't buy happiness, but it does buy peace of mind. And to kind of touch on, one of my favorite movies, Forrest Gump, great movie, a lot of great things in there. But there's a scene when Captain Dan sends a letter to Forrest, and it says, we invested in this fruit company, which ends up being Apple, the computer company. And he says, just to let you know, you never have to worry about money again. And Forrest is just like, oh, well, one less thing. But that always touched me as a kid when I saw that movie, and I always thought about that. And, again, if we could just not have to worry about money, the things that we could do in life. Yes, it's not going to provide happiness, but gosh, it opens so many doors. It takes off so much pressure. And these people, like you talk about, these suicides that are happening on Mondays, I imagine how many of those are probably tied into financial stress.
I mean, it's the number one cause of divorce. Whenever you have a problem with a relationship, the number one problem is financial problems. Can't pay the bills, can't provide her the house, or you can't buy the car, or you can't have the security that you desire. And we're going to give you a guaranteed way that you can earn six figures. All you have to do is follow the training, follow the method, follow the mentorship, and duplicate successful action.
And yeah, and I mean, we want to build, I guarantee if you come into this, you learn how to do this, whether it's something you want to do short time or permanent, like you're going to become confident. You're going to become proud. You're going to believe in yourself. And whether you're a man or a woman, there are amazing women out there killing it, knocking doors. So this isn't just, directed at men. This job opportunity is open to many, many and all. And again, you come in and you come under our mentorship of my company. I mean, my goal is to teach you how to be successful for life, whether it's, so great. You're 22 years old. You come in, you make six figures. I want you to use that money and invest that money and show you how to have long-term wealth as well.
Like flipping homes, like investing in multifamily real estate, and maybe even getting involved in some of this development work. He's actually a developer. He will come in, buy a piece of property, build it from the ground up, and sell it. And that's what the American dream's all about. And even our president, like him or love him, he's a developer, and he's turned millions into billions. And the truth is like, there's a way that we can actually copy what others have done before us to have the same results. And it's possible for you because Jeremy's done it. I was a college dropout. I worked at a car wash, and just like he was telling me a story of how you were at a bagel shop. You were getting paid $7 an hour. So tell me about like the people that you went to school with getting master's degrees, and here you are making $7 an hour.
Yeah, so I was 23, making $7 an hour, living in a halfway house, riding, 30, 45 minutes on a bicycle every day to and from this job. I'm making $7 an hour of serving the people that I went to high school with that were going on to get their doctorates. So I mean, literally, humble experience. Really made me feel down on myself. And then, now it's funny because, you fast forward
You're making more than the doctors.
15 years later, I'm making more than the doctors. And I was invited into a networking group, about 3 years after that or 4 years after that, when there was a bunch of doctors and attorneys. And I felt so out of my league when I first went on my own in construction. And now all of those people come to me
Ask you for
advice.
business advice,
Right.
business advice, entrepreneur advice, and there's so many gurus out there that don't own real businesses, and so we want to give you free mentorship, free advice. We don't want to sell you anything. Our training here is going to teach you how to have confidence, how to sell and influence without irritating people, how to get your way. And everybody needs to learn how to sell. I mean, it doesn't matter if you're looking for a promotion, if you're trying to land the wife of your dreams, or if you're just trying to keep your wife. You got to figure out how to sell. And my biggest passion in life is helping other entrepreneurs. And what do you have to say about that, as far as what part of your life is based on helping entrepreneurs?
Yeah, I mean, I'd say 100%, whether it's my own children or moving into, the people that are working my system. I mean, it's all about long-term growth. I have people that have been with me 10, 12 years since the jump. And again, it's all about, I don't ever reference I or me or my money or what I make anymore in the company. It's all about the company and the future of the company and the betterment of the company. And, about a year ago, somebody actually had me look up the definition of a CEO. And, I had never done that, right?
Let's do it real quick. Let me check this out here
pull it up.
on the big screen here. Google, that's a good idea. I'm glad you did that. Definition of CEO. All right. It says here, Chief Executive Officer, the highest ranking person in a company or other institution, ultimately responsible for making managerial decisions. Okay, that's one definition. Let's see. Here's another definition right here. It says, the executive with the chief decision-making authority in an organization or business. And what definition were you speaking about?
Yeah, there's one in there that goes a little bit into further expanding, and it talks about in a small business and, as far as running the day-to-day operations. But it's really, a CEO is responsible. And I actually broke down every board member and had a meeting with my board. And a CEO is responsible for the betterment and the growth of the culture in the company. He may, or she, may or may not inquire upon the input of the vice president and those beneath him, So I also reminded my board of that as well. But it's really just about growing. I mean, again, and as a builder at heart, like growth, growing, whether it's, spiritually, emotionally, physically, financially, in business. I mean, that's what I want for all the people that come in. Like, we're going to do this thing. We're going to grow. We're going to have fun, and we're going to, no limits.
Yeah, the most important thing is that if something that we've said has struck a chord and you want some help, we want to give it to you. We want to give you access to mentorship for free from Jeremy. Jeremy's built millions of dollars in contracts. He's been able to put a lot of money away, and he went from being in the streets to being a blue-collar millionaire. And I'm going to have to say one thing. Like, it's tough, this journey, but I can tell you anybody can do it. If all they do is put in the work, if all they do is duplicate successful action, if you believe in yourself, if you believe in your dream. Now, here's the thing. You don't know how you're going to get to that destination. You don't know how you're going to get to your highest fulfillment. A lot of people have these blinders on, and they're unwilling to look at opportunity because it doesn't fit in their mind of what it would be. Quit putting limited beliefs on yourself. If all you want is for the opportunity to earn six figures, the opportunity to surround yourself with people who are getting the results you want, well, click the Learn More button, get access to the free training. Jeremy's going to be reaching out to you to see if you're a good fit. We're looking for top performers. We're looking for sales reps, project managers. We have salary positions. We have commission positions. We have a lot of different opportunity here in the Atlanta market, and we want to make sure that you don't get left out. We want to make sure that you're not in this pain because you're living paycheck to paycheck, because you can't pay your bills, because you hate your boss, or you're trapped inside of your job. And I don't know where you are in life, but I can tell you, you deserve to live free. You deserve financial success, and you have been told a lie. It may not have happened through your college degree. It may not happen for the corporate job. You may not have gotten it through used car sales, but I'll tell you the easiest sell in America, it's roofing sales. You don't do the roofs, you sell the roofs, and I'll show you how to do it. Me and Jeremy will guide you through the entire process. We'll hold your hand. We'll never judge you along the way, and we'll give you real advice from real mentors, completely free of charge. And if we help you, great. We're happy to help. And the thing is like, there's epidemic of false business coaches and people out there offering advice that have never really had success.
Yeah, wolf tickets, as I like to say. A bunch of people out selling wolf tickets have never really been successful or done what they say. But we've built real businesses. We run real companies with real employees. Tried the effort. You were out there knocking doors. I was out there swinging hammers. Again, it's just we really know what we're talking about. And again, the one thing that I promise with my company is I'm always going to be transparent. I'm always honest, always upfront. Got the testimonials from people that work for me, but I'm always going to shoot it straight, whether you like it or not. But I'm not going to promise something that's not reality.
Well, I promise you this. If you follow our system, you'll make more than $150,000 in the first 12 months in the business. All you have to do is work hard with a good attitude, show up. Now, you're going to probably put in 60 hours a week, but if you are struggling to make ends meet, you'll do whatever it takes for that $150,000. And you may look at this and say, hey, if half of what he's saying true, then I'm all in. And so if that's you, click the link below, click the Learn More button. We'll give you free access to the training, and I can't wait to be your guide to help you out. I want to tell you thanks for being on the show, Jeremy, and I'm honored to have you a part of the Sky Diamonds Elite Network, and you're really killing it in the Atlanta market. Thanks a lot, buddy.
Awesome. Thanks, Lee. Appreciate it, man.
Appreciate it.